All right, continuing where I left off. So thus far, all right, we're supposed to create a table, find the unit rate, create a graph, and write a formula, or also known as an equation, okay? And I've started my table, and I've figured out my unit rate by setting up my ratio, all right? $24 every 4 hours reduces down to, well, 24 divided by 4 is 6, all right? So it'd be $6 per hour, okay? And I can use that to help me fill in the rest of my table. Okay, so if I'm making $6 every hour, well then that's just, if I am making $6 an hour, then after 1 hour, I would have earned $6. After 2 hours, I would have earned $12. After 3 hours, I would have earned $18. And it lines up perfectly. At 4 hours, I would make $24. Hours and dollars are very similar, so I keep mixing them up. All right. So I have my table and my unit rate completed. Okay. Now for a table, you guys don't have to follow exactly. Like I just like to go 0 through 4 because I feel like a general rule of thumb is that you have 5 ordered pairs in a table. Okay. And 0 is usually a good number to start at, or maybe 1, and sometimes even in the negatives. But something like this would be perfect. Okay. As long as it has like 4 or 5 ordered pairs in it, like this one does. The next part says that I have to graph it. Okay, so if I'm going to graph it, this column in the table, this is like my X column, so that's going to be this part of my graph. So this axis, I should change colors because that's what I'm doing. So this axis will be hours. And that would make this axis dollars, how much money. And then we just got to plot the points. So I'll just count by maybe every 3 will be 1. So right here is 0. And then here's we'll say is 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll say this is 6, 12. You just have to make sure you're consistent with how much you're counting by. 18, 24. Okay, so at 0 hours, I've earned $0. So that means I have a point right here. And at 1 hour, I've earned $6. So there'd be a point right there. At 2 hours, I would earn $12. 3 hours, $18. And 4 hours would be $24. All right. And if you look, it can kind of clearly see that the shape my graph is taking is a line. So I'll just connect all of that really quick. And I could maybe keep going, assuming that I kept babysitting for more hours. So I'm going to put an arrow on the end there just to show that I could keep going. All right. The last part of it is to say to write a simple formula. All right. So my formula needs to look something like, usually I use the letters Y and X. Well, I'm going to use the dollar symbol. Again, I'll change colors. I'll do this quick. Dollars equals something. I'm going to use the letter H instead of X to represent hours. So I got to manipulate my hours to get there. Well, remember, it's my constant of variation, which is also my unit rate, times my X variable. And we learned that was 6. So if I put 6 right there, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3